My beloved child, I will heal your eyes this night. Yes, I will heal your eyes this night, but you need to carry one object into your private home, an object not of the world's deciding on but of mine. It isn't always gold or silver, no longer herbs nor oils, not crystals nor charms. No, it isn't always of earthly electricity, for what's of the earth returns to dirt. I am calling you to convey into your house religion, a dwelling, respiration, faith that stands even when all else crumbles. You need to open the door of your heart and welcome in my word, because the venerated visitor, the lamp to your feet and the light in your path. Do not search a ways and wide, my toddler. The object I ask you to convey into your property is my presence. You do not buy it. You do not earn it. You invite it. You welcome it like a protracted lost buddy. You prepare an area for me in the quiet locations of your residing, be it ever so humble, and there I'm able to come. There I can remain. For where I'm invited I abide. I do now not ask you to light candles or chant or perform rituals. I ask you without a doubt to agree with, to believe as a child believes when a parent speaks. To believe that when I say tonight I'm able to heal your eyes, it is not poetic or symbolic, however literal. I created the heavens and the celebs with my breath, and I formed your eyes with my very own arms. I realize every fiber, every nerve, every cell. I see what medical doctors cannot see. I repair what remedy cannot touch, however extra than simply recuperation your physical sight. I need to open your spiritual eyes. For what excellent is it if your eyes can see, however your soul is blind. In case your frame is entire, however your spirit is fractured, I want you to peer the unseen. I want you to gaze upon my glory, to witness the thriller of my will, to recognize my hand in the ordinary. I want you to see how close I'm, how present, how real. So tonight make an area for me. Put together an area no longer outwardly with decor, however inwardly with surrender. I do now not want best furnishings or polished floors. I live with the lowly, I rest a number of the contrite. Deliver into your property a coronary heart of expectation, for expectation is the doorway via which miracles walk. You have got asked for healing and I have heard you. You have got cried, and I have caught your tears. I have seen you press your give up your eyes within the dark, wondering whilst the mild will come once more. I've not turned away. I've been anticipating this very night time. Do you not understand? I appointed this moment before you have been born. I've written this night into your story from the start. Yes, carry into your property the scriptures, open them. Even in case your eyes blur, hint the traces along with your arms, for every word carries my breath. Speak the guarantees aloud. Talk them until your own home echoes with reality. Allow each wall undergo witness to the power of my call. Allow the air tremble with reverence. My baby, you may experience unworthy. You can sense small, damaged, stained. However, I did not come for the nicely, I came for the unwell. I did now not name the righteous, I referred to as the determined, the standard, the forgotten. You are not beyond my attain. My arm isn't always too short to store. My voice isn't too susceptible to command restoration. My love isn't always too shallow to restore absolutely. I see your ache. I know how lengthy you've got waited, how normally you've begged. I realize the disappointment, the isolation, the quiet fear that whispers, what if it never adjustments? However, I'm the God who changes all things. I talk in what changed into no longer is. I command and the winds obey. I breathe and existence starts again. So tonight do now not attempt. Do not worry. Best rest. Let cross of manipulate. Allow cross of trying to deserve it. Let me be God. Permit me do what only I will do. Lay your doubts before me as in presenting. Lay your questions at my toes. I am now not indignant via your questioning. I am no longer driven away by using your trembling. I see you absolutely, actually, fantastically. And I pick out to attract near. My infant, my healing isn't behind schedule. My timing isn't always fallacious. There is a reason I selected tonight. There's something I've been doing and you're ready. This is as holy because the recuperation itself. I have been softening the soil of your heart so the miracle can take root. I have been constructing in you a sworn statement with a view to be louder than your ache. I've been forming you, not just solving you. Permit this healing now not be a moment but a movement. Permit it ripple through every part of you. Permit it open the eyes of your information. Permit it shine via you for others to peer. For this recuperation isn't always only for you, it smiles a sign for the weary, a banner for the broken, a witness to the looking. So tonight say sure, yes to my touch, yes to my presence, yes to the unseen hand that reaches throughout eternity to repair what become lost. Permit your soul be nonetheless, for I'm near. The equal God who gave sight to the blind man beside the street walks into your room now. The identical hand that touched the eyes of the person born blind stretches out closer to you. I'm now not distant. I am here. The item I ask you to convey into your house isn't always cloth, it smiles your invitation. Invite me in fully, no longer with conditions. No longer as a traveler, however, as the one who reigns. Let me have no longer just your infection but your complete self, your fears, your hopes, your dreams, your disappointments. Give up them to me. They all. Let the light of my spirit relaxation upon your eyes even now. You can now not experience the wind. You may now not hear a legitimate. But my recuperation isn't dependent on your senses, it smiles depending on my phrase. And my phrase is sure. My word is eternal. I do no longer communicate in vain. Can you believe me? Are you able to agree with past what you notice? Religion is the substance of factors was hoping for. The evidence of factors now not seen. Trust and you shall see no longer only restoration in your eyes, however glory to your life. Trust and I can open the floodgates of recovery. Accept as true within your private home turns into a sanctuary of my energy. Tonight is holy. Do no longer permit your heart be troubled. Do no longer say, maybe all over again, or possibly he supposed a person else. No, I intended you. You, my baby. I've seen you. I've selected you. I've declared this night time for you. Lift your face toward me. Raise your eyes toward heaven, whilst they struggle to consciousness, and allow your spirit say, I receive. Say it softly or say it boldly, however say it. Let or not, it's your act of faith. This is the object I require: faith spoken, religion breathed, religion offered. I am not moved by way of overall performance. I am moved through surrender. Even the smallest mustard seed of faith brings down mountains. Even the weakest cry for help reaches my throne. I am now not looking ahead to perfection. I am looking forward to permission. Let me in, and I can live. Permit me touch you, and you may be complete. And when you wake, the mild can be unique. Now not because the sun is modified, but because you have. Your vision will shift. Your perspective will widen. What as soon as changed into blurred via pain will become clear in my presence. You will see not just along with your eyes, but together with your heart. And you will consider this night. You may tell of it. You will say, he healed me when I least predicted it. He came when idea he turned into far. He restored me once I had not anything left to offer. And others will believe due to your story. This is greater than restoration, it's far resurrection. It is splendor from ashes. It is desire in the darkish. It's far me, your God, restoring what became damaged, no longer simply in your sight, however for your soul, in my cherished infant. Tonight I draw you closer still, for my phrases are lifestyles and recuperation to your flesh, peace to your spirit, and renewal in your soul. I do now not communicate from afar. I speak as a father close to his infant, and that I communicate now to remind you not best of what I can do, but of what I've already performed. Recovery is not new to me. I have been restoration, considering that the beginning of it slow. I've been restoring for the reason that world fell from its authentic splendor. I have never stopped shifting in the direction of my children with compassion. Look lower back, child, look at the beyond, and you will see the wonders I've done. Permit your coronary heart understand that I am the identical the day before today, these days, and all the time. My strength has no longer diminished. My willingness has no longer faded. My hand has not grown weary. Do you remember the leper refrained from and outcast, disfigured and hopeless? He got here trembling to me and said, Lord, if you are willing you may make me clean. And without hesitation, I touched him, yes, touched what others prevented, and that I stated, I am inclined, be smooth. In that very moment his flesh was restored, however more than that his heart turned into restored. Do you bear in mind the lady who bled for 12 years, tired now not handiest in her frame but in her wish? She spent all she had, grew worse, and yet dared to believe that if she may want to simplest contact the hem of my garment she might be healed. And indeed she became. Strength flowed now not due to the fact she become effective, however because she believed. And while she touched me, I grew to become and saw her now not just her act of religion, however her complete being. I known as her daughter. I gave her lower back extra than fitness. I gave her identification. And what of the blind guys who cried out to me, "Son of David, have mercy on us"? They couldn't see the road in advance, however they saw with their hearts. Their religion shouted louder than the crowds who informed them to be silent. I asked them, "Do you consider I'm capable of do this?" And once they stated yes, I touched their eyes and stated, "In line with your religion, allow it be finished to you." Their vision back, and they observed me with joy. I was there in the synagogue, wherein a female bent over for 18 long years got here and quietly, overlooked through many. She had no request on her lips, but I saw her. I called her forward and declared, "Lady, you are let out of your disease." I laid my hands upon her, and right now she stood up straight and started out to reward me. I healed the centurion's servant from afar because the centurion believed in authority. He identified mine. He did no longer inquire from me to come, most effective to talk, for he understood that my word on my own became enough. Amazing religion, I called it, and great religion is in no way dissatisfied. I raised the useless, calmed storms, restored limbs, cast out demons and silenced torment, and not one of these healings became hard for me. Now not one required effort. I do now not strain. I do not warfare. I speak and it's far carried out. I contact and it's far restored. I see and I act. And I'm nonetheless the identical God. I have not changed. What I did then, I will do now. What I did for them, I will do for you. I do not play favorites. I honor faith. I honor give up. I honor childlike agree with. You ask, what have to I do to be healed? And that I say to you, the course isn't always hidden. There are matters on your lifestyles easy, pure matters that after embraced, put off the barriers and permit healing to flow like a river. Recuperation isn't always continually delayed by means of me. Often it is hindered by way of noise, with the aid of worry, by means of the muddle of distractions. But there are sacred keys, historic, and yet ever new, that free up the floodgates. First, infant, stroll in forgiveness. Bitterness is a poison to the soul and a barrier to the float of my healing. I have forgiven you all things. Are you able to no longer forgive others? When you launch the offense, you create area for my presence. Any are sick not because I have withheld restoration, but because they've clung to wounds, fed resentment and closed their hearts. Let go. Loose yourself. Recuperation regularly starts where forgiveness is given. Subsequent, peace, peace within, peace with others, peace with me. An aggravating heart, a tormented thoughts, existence of striving, they cloud your vision and stress your spirit. But while you input my rest, healing will become herbal, like a flower blooming in sunlight. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you relaxation. Now not simply physical relaxation, but soul-deep recovery. Gratitude is any other key. A grateful heart is a heart that remains open to my goodness. When you provide thanks, even in suffering, you align yourself with heaven. you're making room for miracles. I am close to folks who reward me, not because I need praise, however, because praise positions your spirit in trust and love. And love opens the door to all things. There's also obedience, no longer the cold, frightened type, but the loving, please type. When I nudge you to trade your approaches, to depart in the back of what harms you, to stroll in newness of lifestyles, obey. Restoration regularly follows obedience. Now and again the miracle waits just past the step of faith you haven't yet taken. Accept as true with me sufficient to comply with, even if it would not make experience. Consider me enough to allow move of what you concept you needed. And yes, my infant recovery flows through faith grand network. Do no longer isolate yourself. The early church witnessed miracles, now not due to people, however, because of cohesion. While 2 or 3 acquire in my name, I would. While believers pray for one another, I flow. Allow others stand with you, lay palms on you. Cry with you, accept as true with for you whilst your energy runs low. I design my body to hold every different. Even the best acts, honesty, repentance, confession, humility, they're not rules, however, rivers through which my spirit flows. Whilst you talk actually with me, whilst you lay naked your soul, when you prevent pretending and in reality come as you are, recovery begins. I am now not repelled by using your weak point. I'm interested in it. There are moments cherished whilst recovery does not arrive as you anticipated, now not instantly, no longer in the way you concept. But that does not imply I am absent. There is recovery in my timing, for I realize what you cannot see. A few delays are mercy. A few pain serves to draw you closer, but in no way think that I have forgotten you. Even in waiting I am working. Look again at my Son. Have a look at Jesus, the express image of my heart. All people who came to him changed into welcomed. None have been turned away. No longer one became rejected. And nevertheless he heals. His strength is not dimmed with time, as blood still speaks. His stripes nonetheless bear witness. The cross did no longer stop as ministry, it fulfilled it. It opened the floodgates. Do not are searching for formulas. Do not look for the best prayer or posture. Healing isn't a reward for buying everything proper. It smiles, a gift freely given. It's far who I'm Jehovah Rapha, Lord who heals you. When you call upon my name, you aren't calling deity, you're calling your Creator, your Redeemer, your very present help. There are instances, baby, while recuperation flows, even whilst you do not ask, because I see the ache you cover. I see the quiet staying power. I see the tears that in no way fall. And in those moments I move with compassion. I repaired you to the fact I love, now not because you performed. Let my word live richly within you, for it smiles medication on your soul. Talk it aloud. Claim my promises. Whilst you repeat my phrase, you're aligning your fact with heaven's reality. Healing flows through spoken faith, now not because of magic, but due to the fact my word never returns void. And recollect, Child, there's recovery even in nature, for I have positioned inside the earth what your frame needs. Do not worry to use what I have made. Food, relaxation, clean water, sunlight, stillness, those aren't lesser matters. They are items. Do not despise the simple. Now and again your frame cries for what your soul has lacked: peace, love, fact, connection. And sure, recovery is determined in worship, not simplest singing, but in living existence that turns its face closer to me. When you worship, even for your pain, you rise above the typhoon. You anchor yourself in what's eternal. Recuperation flows whilst you overlook your need and recall my greatness. My infant, do no longer make it complex. Healing isn't a treasure hidden beyond mountains of formality. It is near, so close. As close to as your breath, as close to as your whispered yes, as near as your willingness to consider. I healed Naaman, the commander, when he obeyed a prophet and dipped within the river. No longer because the water turned into holy, but because obedience unlocked my strength. I healed the widow's son, the Syrophoenician daughter, the person on the pool who had nobody to help him. Each one specific, yet every one touched by the equal compassion. And now I turn to you and that I say, I'm nonetheless recovery. Not just our bodies, however lives. Not just imaginative and prescient, but path. Not simply limbs, but legacies. I am recuperation, families, marriages, minds, reminiscences. I am healing disgrace, restoring dignity, renewing hope. Not anything is past my attain, however do no longer are looking for the recuperation extra than the healer. Permit your eyes be fixed on me. Allow your hunger be for me. For while you are seeking for first my nation, all these items which include recovery may be added unto you. Come to me no longer only for what I'm able to do, but because of who I'm. Let your heart discover relaxation in my presence. Permit your hope upward thrust. Let your worry fall away. I am with you. I have by no means left. Tonight as you lie down, do not attempt. Simply invite me again. Allow your last mind be full of my promises. Talk them aloud. He is my healer. He restores my soul, who along with his stripes I'm healed. No longer through might, nor through strength, but by his spirit. My spirit hovers over you currently. Just as he did over the waters at the beginning of creation. And just as I said then, I say now, let there be light. Let there be recovery. Allow there be renewal. I can are available your desires. I will minister whilst you sleep. I can communicate phrases that pass your thoughts and settle to your spirit. You will rise different, now not because the night changed, however because I moved. So deliver me your sure. This is the simplest object I require. Your yes, your willingness, your give up. Deliver it into your home like a torch. And I'm able to mild a fireplace that no darkness can extinguish. You may inform others of what I have carried out. You'll consolation with the consolation you acquire tonight. You may bring recuperation not simplest for yourself however for others. You'll be a vessel, a light, a sworn statement. so do not preserve returned. Do not say perhaps later or maybe a person else. The invitation is now. The miracle is now. The recuperation is now. I like you, my toddler, with an eternal love. With a love that heals now, not best the eyes however the coronary heart, not best the body however the destiny. Come, receive, behold. For I'm able to heal your eyes tonight. Sure, I'm able to, and I will heal so much more. Amen.